Hello everybody, Skyfire here, and welcome back to another Overwatch guide. Today is all you need to know about Soldier 76. I'm going to be making guides about specific heroes, so I figured I'd start with the easiest hero to learn and pick up, which is Soldier 76. Although, he may seem like an easy hero, but there are a lot of tricks that you might want to know to advance your playstyle. Because on the surface, he looks easy, just point, shoot, missiles, heal, run, normal soldier movements. Yeah, there's actually other extra things to help improve your soldier gameplay. First of all, let's start with the settings for soldier. Let's go in here, make sure we go to all heroes, and change that to the hero you're working with anytime you're messing with the hero's things. Now, depending on what you're more comfortable with, sensitivity doesn't really matter as long as you're comfortable with it. Now, in reticle, I always like to have show accuracy on so I know when I should be tapping the trigger. I always keep like a normal crosshair, like it's kind of similar to the original crosshair that's given to him. I just extended the crosshairs a little bit longer than the normal crosshair length. Anyway, that's good enough. Usually you can use a crosshair like that. Now here's another thing you want to change in the settings, and I'll explain later why. Is keep the allied health bars on. And that's pretty much the settings for him. Nothing too extraordinary. Anyway, many things for Soldier is his mobility, plus the rockets, plus the ability to heal himself. Now, to discuss the real, skill it takes for Soldier is knowing when and how to use him in certain engagements. He's very, very useful in the high ground. If you have a headshot advantage over your enemy, you can always nail those headshots. It's easier to hit headshots from up above, plus it catches lots of enemies off guard. So I always would suggest finding the high ground with Soldier, picking maps with good high ground, and go into town from up there. It's better to fight from above with Soldier than directly, like, face to face with certain enemies. Now, he's got another thing to help him get in high ground areas is the ability to rocket jump. Now, doing this will consume some health. It's like 40 health it should consume. However, it will allow you to jump up higher. Let's see if I can find a good spot to show an example here. Oh, I know where. There's these steps here. See how you can't jump up all the way up? If you hit if you shoot rockets directly below you and jump at the same time, you get an extra high jump. And you use that to get up to certain high points, like I said. High point advantage, you want to use the rocket jump to get up to higher points. Like, I wonder if I can get up on there. Let's see. Remember to always aim straight down, rocket button, and then jump. See, sometimes you have to takes practice to get used to exactly how and when to push the buttons, but in the training room you just keep trying until you get it down. Then when you start getting it down, then you should be able to rocket jump consistently. Like that. I was up pretty high, but I don't know if I was up high enough to make it to that. But certain ledges and stuff, like, you can get up pretty high. And get up on high ground in hidden ways. Pretty much go around maps, discover ways to get up higher in other buildings and stuff. Now, next is going to lead into why you should have the allied health bars turned on. It is because when you're playing in a team with supports that are supporting you, but the supports are taking damage and they can't regenerate their health fast enough, keep the allied health bars on so you know when their health is low, so you can drop them that heal for them to boost their health faster. That's how you can support your supports when playing. So you help them, they help you. Keep them alive, keeps you alive, keeps your team alive. Now, a lot of times there's differences between which heroes are good for each situation. a lot of high ground. You can get to a high ground spot with Soldier. He's very useful as long as he's not being contested by like Diva or any other big tanks that have high mobility, like Winston, who can get up high to get to you. If you're uncontested in the high ground, you have a very high chance of getting headshots and having a better advantage over your enemies, because they all have to look up then to find you. It catches a lot of them off guard that aren't paying attention to the high ground. Now I want to go over some of the other weaknesses and strengths that Soldier will have, and how to maximize his ultimate damage output. Because Soldier 76 actually is one of the highest like damage dealers, because he can hit consistently. Plus he has more rounds, a headshot damage, if you get the headshot advantage from the high ground. That's very helpful then that way. It's not like McCree. I mean, McCree, if you're really good with McCree and get good headshots, he does a lot of damage output as well. Just saying, Soldiers is more consistent, so it will shoot like at a consistent rate, hitting an enemy, especially in the high ground, hitting him in the head. A Soldier also, I want to explain some of the engagements that are kind of iffy, but most of the time he's weak against mostly bigger tanks and stuff. But if you can nail headshots on anyone else, like he's usually only weak against Diva, because Diva can block his shots. He's also kind of weak against Reinhardt unless you get him from above and hit him in the head. He's weak against Widowmaker, because if she's got him in a long line of sight. But like I say, if you use the sprint is another thing that's interesting. Everyone just thinks it's just to get to places faster, when mobility is a lot of the big key to staying alive in this game. But if Widow picks you off, you're kind of dead already. So always remember, if you see her or you're peeking and you see her, run back, take cover, make sure she doesn't know you are and stuff. So Sprint's always good at repositioning and retreating as well. And he is very strong against pretty much any of the normal squishies because of his consistent damage, boxes and stuff. Another thing, I will give you a tip against annoying tracers as well. If you come across a tracer that's in your face, if she gets up right in your face to try and shoot you, if you rocket her and melee her, she's dead instantly. That will do 150 damage and take her out. So if she gets up in your face, you'll take like 40 damage and you'll melee her and she'll die. So that's a good thing to know. For ultimate maximization, you want to make sure all the big tanks that can block your bullets are either dead or occupied before you use it. Remember to always communicate with your team when you're ready to use it. See if they know if the tanks are down, if you didn't see in the kill feed or anything. Communication is a good point, and maximizing your ultimate damage output. You don't want to activate your ultimate and then have it be all absorbed by a Diva energy, a defense matrix, or Reinhardt shield. So you want to make sure those tanks are out and get a good high point to use your ultimate, because then you can take down the squishies and stuff easier. Focus on them the most. Make sure those tanks aren't in your way, because a Winston will try and get in your way. Other tanks with other bigger shields will try and stop your fire from hitting the enemy. Make sure you also don't have an enemy Zenyatta who's just gonna use his ultimate and protect everyone. That's another thing. Another thing for one-on-one fights is if you're facing someone that's not like someone with close range weapons like Reaper or Junkrat, but if you're fighting like a McCree or a Genji or another soldier, put your biotic field down if you're one-on-oneing, because then you usually will almost guarantee the win as long as your shots are accurate. Because you'll automatically keep regenerating your health, and they won't do much damage. Even if you get stunned by a McCree flashbang while on the health, you'll should still stay alive as long as you make your shots count. Another thing is to use your biotic field before you use your ultimate. Because it will also keep you alive easier while using your ultimate. So you don't end up wasting your ultimate by getting killed easily.
Yes, you're coming in third.
See, is there anything else I know about Soldier? I'm not sure. Sorry, I have like a bunch of stuff written down I'm looking at. But yeah, that's pretty much covers Soldier. He's, like I said, well-rounded in all aspects. Make sure you take that high ground advantage to take advantage of the better headshot accuracy when you're above. Also catches enemies off guards. Don't forget to help your support by dropping your bionic field if you see their health is low. Remember to turn your allied health bars on. Keep practicing rocket jumps by pushing L2 and then X. I'm not sure what it is on Xbox, but I guess the equivalent to those same buttons. See? Look at that. There, that's a successful one, yeah. Anything else did I miss? Because first crosshair, I like to show accuracy just so you know when to tap the trigger, so you're not just spraying and then end up missing a bunch of shots when you know accuracy is a big part of winning the gunfights, especially in the one-on-one close range ones. Remember to always drop your bionic field if you're in a 1v1 battle.
Come here and get stabilized.
And that pretty much covers it. Oh, and also remember not to use your ultimate on tanks that can easily block your stuff, like Diva's Defense Matrix or a Reinhardt Shield or a Transcendence. Make sure you pay attention to those ultimates and stuff as well. Yep, that looks about it. That looks like all my content for Soldier. Hope this guide helps you and the better with Soldier, especially if you're a Soldier fan like me. I will be making regular guides on... I want to do guides on every hero, but right now I'm focusing on the main meta heroes that are used in different situations in competitive play. So, expect more of stuff like this on guides on every single hero. And if you need any other tips or any other questions on the heroes, don't be afraid to leave a comment below. And other content I'm thinking about doing is map guides as well. Season 8's almost over, so it ends in like 5 hours. And then I'm not sure, I think Season 9's gonna have the Rialto map and the new Hanzo rework. But tomorrow I'll make a we'll post more on the news and stuff that I've been hearing about Overwatch and stuff. So again, I hope this guide helped you, and hope you look forward to seeing future content from me. Skyfire out.